Okay, so Revolut just released a brand new version of their app, and it's a pretty major update.
Introducing Revolut 10.
Appropriately launched on the 10th of October, their iOS and Android apps, along with their website, have all had a makeover. And if you look close enough, you may even notice they've made some changes to their logo. So in this video, we'll go through all of the updates and exactly how they could impact you. And if you rush to open your app to see these updates, just make sure they're switched on. Just click the button in the top left-hand corner, scroll down to New Features, and then toggle on New Look Preview. Now, if you close your app and reopen it, you'll have access to Revolut 10. For the sake of this video, I've divided the changes into 4 categories. There's a lot to go through because Revolut has packed a ton of stuff into this update, but they've also cleaned and removed a lot of features from the previous version. This includes the hub, which is now gone, and I'm totally okay with that. I always felt that it was overcrowded and difficult to navigate. I don't know about you, but I was always just using the search bar to find what I was looking for, and we now have this new bar at the bottom, which contains home, invest, transfers, crypto, and lifestyle. I find it interesting that invest and crypto are separate when you could probably argue that the two are synonymous. Maybe Revolut wants to put an emphasis on crypto trading due to its commercial power, or maybe it's just too big to exist amongst stocks and commodities and needs to stand alone. Either way, that's an interesting decision. Also, on a side note, you can actually hide the crypto tab. Just visit your profile, click appearance, interface, and just switch the crypto tab to hidden. Ultimately, getting rid of the hub highlights how simplicity seems to be at the heart of this update. There is a lot less clutter, and your balance and chosen account takes up the majority of the app's real estate, kind of like styling, except this is a lot more attractive and customizable. Sorry, Starling. For example, if you click the icon with the 3 dots above more, you can change the background for each of your accounts. I've made my GBP account this dystopian cyberpunk image of Big Ben, and my EUR account the Eiffel Tower. This is a really cool feature. You can also customize the overall theme of your app. I've gone with cyberpunk and this fluorescent lime green accent color. Interestingly, some of the colors are only available to premium and above accounts, so I'm wondering whether adding custom images to your backgrounds, like in this promo video, will be a premium feature as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Revolut did this and even added specific themes that are only available for paid plans. Front and center is this new very powerful button which will give you access to your various accounts, including any pockets that you may have created. You can also pin accounts, so you have your most important ones placed at the top. If you go back to the home screen, you can also swipe right or left to quickly access your cards and profile. I'd love it if this feature was customizable. Quick access to my cards is useful, but I rarely need to access my settings or profile, at least not as often as something like investments. Revolut does have widgets that you can add to your home screen, so you can get immediate access to particular features or simply display an overview. For example, with my Platinum card widget, I can now access my card details with a single tap. This saves me the hassle of trying to click the card button that's now located here and also too small for my fat fingers. You can really tell this update is all about ease of use. It seems so much more intuitive, but also at the same time, I don't feel like they've sacrificed the app's IQ. If that makes sense, it still feels advanced and intelligent. Pockets is a great feature from Revolut that allows you to separate money from your main balance. One of my favorite things about it is that it allows you to set up and automate deposits which could be drawn from your main balance to cover things like bills. Now, this isn't a new feature, but the way you access Pockets has changed. So if you click the main button on your home screen, then add new, you can now set up a pocket. And this has somewhat replaced vaults, but functions exactly the same way. Savings vaults or savings accounts haven't completely gone, they've also just moved. So if you want to create a savings account, you just click that main button on your home screen, then add new, and then savings. Revolut are still calling these savings vaults, and once set up, they're located in the same place as your currency balances and pockets. If you're a frequent user of Revolut, this button now takes the spotlight as it's basically the gateway to all of your essentials. For those of you who use Revolut to trade, you're going to find a big difference in the layout of the investments section. At the top, we have a very similar setup where we can add money to fund our trading account, withdraw any funds, access statements and reports, and even change the background. Unfortunately though, this is limited to just color, which does feel a bit irrelevant. I think areas of the app like this don't really require customization and could just be condensed. The biggest change you'll see here is that there are now two tabs: Portfolio and Discover. Portfolio contains any stocks or commodities that you own, as well as your watch list, which can be really useful, especially when you add a particular stock. You then get to see upcoming corporate events placed below. If you click Discover, you'll see some of the original features are still there, such as top movers and stock screener, but also when you scroll down, you'll not only find stocks, but also commodities. This is really great. Before, the two weren't combined, and anyone that regularly trades on Revolut will know how annoying it was having to switch between the two. Well, now we have stocks and precious metals together. This section of the app has had the biggest changes, not just from a design perspective, but just the fact that they've brought all of these features together into one section. So if we click Lifestyle, we can see there are 4 categories: shop, travel, insure, and donate. Within each category, you have all of these different features. For example, if you click shop, you get access to a list of retailers with instant cashback, or if you click travel, you gain access to stays, experiences, lounges, and smart delay. Putting all of this within a lifestyle section just makes so much sense. Before, all of these features existed on their own in the hub. They were kind of organized, but at the same time, it felt quite messy. Now they've been properly categorized and sectioned off. This means that if you choose to just use Revolut for something specific, I don't know, let's say you just use it to mainly buy stocks, then you're not going to be tripping up over all of the lifestyle features. Also, with the customization and widgets that are available, you can now easily personalize the app to suit your particular use case. This lifestyle section also just looks really slick. I like the new carousel header with the images, which I'm sure Revolut will use to display offers or, I don't know, feature places and properties that are available through stays. You can also scroll down and you have this really visual feed, which I think highlights how imagery seems to be a priority for this update. There's a lot less text, and as a result, the app overall feels a lot less cluttered. Revolut's head of product design, Maria Herrera, said that listening to their customers was key to Revolut 10, and through research, it was clear that the goal was to make it easier. And I think through decluttering and better organization, they've successfully done that. Clearly, a lot of hard work went into this. Personally, I do love the new look. The old app felt flat. This feels more three-dimensional, and it is definitely easier to manage. But I'd be curious to hear what you think. Are you impressed, or do you simply not care? Unfortunately, this update is massively weighted towards design with very few new features, and I'm sure some of you out there will like it, while others would have probably preferred, I don't know, improvements to features like joint accounts and customer support, both of which could definitely do with some work. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please also consider subscribing to the channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.